Hey guys, Jillian here from the chaos of my bedroom and my headband window. I am going to be looking at notes. I have notes today because I don't really want to have to edit this video, and you'll understand why in a second. So basically, I didn't put a video last week. It's not the first time I missed a week, but I contemplated taking another Monday off. And I didn't want to kind of lose the groove of posting because if you miss 1 week, it's like, okay, I'm taking a week off. But once you miss two, I feel like it's so easy to just fall out of posting. So that's why I'm filming this video, because I want to get something up today. But this isn't just like a for me video. I'm going to be talking about some stuff with my channel and stuff in here. So I realized that the reason I haven't really been posting, well, obviously it's because I haven't filmed anything because I haven't really sewn anything in the last 2 weeks. But the reason for that is because if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I got a truly Victorian pattern for my birthday, and I really want to make the stuff in there. It's an Edwardian underclothes set, and I haven't been working on that because I've been so anxious that I'm going to do it wrong because I don't really know how to work with patterns, and it's kind of, the directions are kind of confusing, and I'm a very visual person, so without the actual like pieces in front of me, the directions kind of make no sense. So I just need to cut them out, but I haven't even been able to like motivate myself to do that. And the thought of like setting up my camera to film myself doing that was so intimidating to me. And I think a solution for that would just be to do my mock-up on my own and then film myself making the actual garment. Which they're underclothes, so I'm not super concerned about them being absolutely perfect. Also, I'm on a time crunch, which you will understand why later in this video. But it kind of made me realize that I'm going through some like self-doubt as a sewist and as a YouTuber, because I started this channel feeling more confident in my sewing ability than I actually am. I remember reading something in school in one of like my psych classes about how there are kind of like 4 levels of competency, and it's like, I forget what the names for the levels are called, but basically it's like the first level, when you're first starting out with something, you think you're terrible because you just keep making mistakes because it's new to you. And then the next level is like, you think you're good because you can see improvement, so you don't realize that you're not actually like, that's kind of the zone where you take on more ambitious projects than you can handle because you think you're better than you are, just because you're like, I'm improving so much, I must be great. And I think that's kind of where I was, because then the next level is like, you're good enough that you can see your faults, and you're like, that's the zone that most people stay in, where you're like criticizing every little thing that you do. You're like, I'm a failure, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't do anything. And then the final level is like, you are good and you recognize that you're good, and that doesn't mean that you think you're perfect. That doesn't mean you don't find faults in what you do, but it just means that you feel like that's the layer where you would feel confident, like identifying as whatever. So if it's in sewing, saying that you're a sewist or a dancer or a singer, like that's my whole thing. Like, I don't like saying I'm a singer. I literally have a degree in music performance, and I don't like calling myself a singer because I don't think I'm at that level, because I'm totally at level 3 in terms of singing. Like, I have years and years of vocal training. I know that I'm fairly decent at singing, but I'm at the point where like, I know I'm not quite at that level, but I'm like so overly critical, and that's like something to unpack in a separate video. But the point of this is that I don't know if I bridged into the higher level, or if I just really got a wake-up call in creating my YouTube channel, that I'm not as good as I thought I was. And I mean, I even said in my first video, I don't really know what I'm doing, and I want this to be a place of like trial and error, and a place where you can be reminded that not everyone is so great, and that doesn't mean that you can't still enjoy your hobbies just because you're not as good as other people. It doesn't mean that you can't try new things. It doesn't mean that you can't make your dream costume, for example, even if like it doesn't turn out like a professionally made garment. Um, and so I kind of had that realization. I was like, you know what? Like, let's do this. I'm ready to take on this project and film it. And if it doesn't look that great, it's fine because I'm learning, and the only way to get better is to practice. Um, but I had that realization today, and it's Monday, and I do not have the energy to film that video because I have so much other stuff I have to do today. And that also kind of ties into why I've been skipping, because basically after school ended for me, if you don't know, I forget if I've mentioned this in previous videos, I graduated in May. So I kind of gave myself the summer off because I was like, I can't like do this. Like I can't go. I like mental health was not in a good place because I was like burnt out the entirety of last semester, which like sucks because it was my last semester of college. But we're not gonna get into that right now. Obviously, I'm getting emotional about it. But then I kind of threw too much on myself at once because I started an online choir and I started my YouTube channel and I started writing for an arts review magazine like all at the same time. And I'm so overwhelmed. And obviously, like, we're still living in a global pandemic. I'm from New York. Things are not that great here. And so, it's really hard emotionally just to be going through this. And so my mental health has been so wonky, and it's just been, like, really difficult for me to motivate myself to work on, like, anything because I just feel so overwhelmed. But I have plans for this week, and hopefully they'll be enough to motivate me. So basically, 2 days ago, my sister was at my house, and she was like, we were like making plans for like Halloween, and so this Friday, I'm gonna be like going to her house. We're gonna be making like spooky cookies and stuff like that, and just like having a little fun Halloween celebration thing, as much as one can do in COVID. And I were wearing costumes, so I was like, what's the last minute costume I could do? Oh, I could be a Victorian ghost because my wardrobe. But I have like a slip skirt that I sewed some bias tape onto to fix the hem because that was non-existent. I mean, not the hem, the waistband. The hem is actually hemmed properly. I don't know what the waistband was doing. I mean, it was literally some piece of fabric that I found in my Nana's closet, so goodness knows where it even came from. But I did that, and it's very see-through. So I was like, oh, let's be period appropriate and wear my new undergarments under it, but I haven't made them yet. I mean, thankfully, the chemise is like 4 pieces, like in the entire pattern. So, hopefully that won't be too daunting, and then that'll at least act like as a slip under the skirt, and then if I can make the drawers in time, that would be great. If I could get my corset to a wearable point in time, that would be great too. But I'm not being too overly ambitious. But, so that's kind of like my plans. I made a little hair rat, from like my hair, a la Burned Up Banners video. And it's exciting. Like, it's something I'm excited about. And so that'll be for Friday, and I'll probably do like a little get ready with me of like me putting on my costume and doing my hair and makeup and stuff like that. And then next Monday, that will be like videos for next Monday. And then after that, I'll have the videos that I'm going to be filming this week of me making the chemise and me making the drawers and stuff like that. And then I'll have a little bit of a queue, which I think will make me less anxious about filming YouTube videos because it takes the pressure off of me. But to the point of what I was saying before, like, I'm doing this for fun. This is supposed to be fun. And so, like, when I took off last week, could I have tried to force myself to at least do a mock-up for the chemise and day? I could have, but I was feeling really burnt out, and I wouldn't have enjoyed the process. And, like, YouTube's not my job. I'm doing this for fun. And if I'm not going to enjoy myself while making the video, then to me there's no point in making it. So that's why I took off. But like I said, I didn't want to do that again this week. I wanted to do something. So I was like still in that groove of posting. And I have exciting things planned for this week, and I have exciting projects coming up in the future. I have a very, very daunting project that I am planning for myself soon. And hopefully I will be announcing that soon. The one thing I need, I will say that this undergarments thing is kind of a prep for me because I'm definitely going to need a pattern to make this ensemble. And I want to like make sure I can like actually work with patterns before I commit myself to that. But I'm excited for it. So once I like feel comfortable in that, and once I like order the pattern, then I'll probably post on here about it. I'm planning on doing like a little sketch up of it first. And so yeah, that'll be fun. But that's a little life update, little channel update. I hope you guys don't mind this little more sit down video. I just wanted something that was kind of low maintenance to keep you guys in the loop and, like I said, keep my momentum going for YouTube. And I'll see you guys next week with my Halloween video. Bye!